Yo guys, what's up? It's your boy Typical Teacher here, back with another guide for beginners. This is part 3 out of 3, and in today's video we are going over the extra items that you unlock after you get to a certain level, which is from crucifix, firelight, headgear, igniter, incense, motion sensor, parabolic microphone, photo camera, salt, sanity medication, sound sense, and tripod. They are the evidence we are going to get. Obviously we're going to use the tier 1 ones because they are the best ones to use in my opinion. Well, they're not the best ones to use, but they're the ones that you will start off with, so it's only fair that I start with the level 1s. We're going to do an amateur still because obviously this is a tutorial and I feel like it's a lot better to help you. So in this video we're not going to bother trying to go through a load of evidence. We're just going to show you what everything does, what they're useful for, and yeah. So we're going to start off with a few simple things which I don't really need to explain too much on when we load in. There are some things I'm going to go detail in, some things I'm not. So as you know, in the first video we had objectives like capture a picture of the ghost, prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix, repel the ghost while it's chasing someone. These are 3 objectives. The extra items are what you need. So for instance, with the third one it says prevent a ghost from hunting with a crucifix. Obviously that is what the crucifix will help do. You've got the capture picture of the ghost, which you can only do with a photo camera. Obviously these are only tier 1, like I said. You can get tier 2 and tier 3, the higher level. The same with your equipment. As you can see, the thermometer and UV light are still the tier 1s, but you've got like the other stuff that are tier 2. Obviously some tier 1 stuff are better, so I always suggest using the thermometer tier 1 because it's the most accurate at the moment in time. And the UV light, obviously the number 1 is just easier to take photos with. Obviously we're going to take a flashlight in. Actually no, we don't need to. We're not going to take a flashlight in, I don't think. I think that is pretty much useless. So what we're going to take in is we're taking a thermometer so we can find the ghost room, and we're going to take in a photo camera. Yeah, I think that's all we're going to take in for now. We're taking a photo camera, which what a photo camera does is, on your thing which we showed you in the first episode, is photos. You can take up to 4, 8, 10 photos. There will be 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. I'll try getting all 3 for you. 3 star means it's the best photo you can get, 1 star meaning the worst. And we'll take in a motion sensor because then I can show you a few things already off the bat. Obviously we're going to do this on our favourite map, Tanglewood, because it's the easiest to find the ghost room and stuff, in my opinion. Right, are you in here? Obviously, if you remember. Okay, so you're not there. You in it? Nope, not in it. Obviously, check every room. Check for the bone. The bone literally can be anywhere. Okay, so you're not in this area, which is good. I prefer it to be in the. I prefer it to be in the garage. I feel like the garage is the best type of ghost to get, in my opinion. I can hear a noise, but I don't know if that's coming from the kitchen. Okay, we got a hiding spot here. Okay, so yeah, it's more likely going to be. Does this ghost just turn off the jet? Oh, you have as well, ain't ya? I think it's because it's in here. I think it's in there, unless it's in one of these rooms. We'll just double check these rooms. Temperature's going up. Temperature's still going up. Okay, so yeah, it's a garage. It's a basement ghost by the looks of it. You're gonna go down in temperature. Oh, here you go. So, as I was saying, you can see a picture of the bone. Oh, we got bored as well. What you want to do is you want to take a picture of the bone. The closer you are to it, the more chance it is. And if you look on your photos, it says bone, 3 stars. Now, there's the Luigi board is the cursed possession. Let's take a picture from back here. Oh, it still gives you a 3-star photo. Okay, that was a bad example. So the ghost is not even in the basement. This is interesting. Where is this ghost? Oh, I think it's in this alley. Yeah. Yeah, it's in this alley bit here. Okay, good to know. So we know the ghost is here. What this motion sensor does, it's an objective, so it'll give you an objective. So if a ghost walks past it when you're not there, it will flash up. And if you then check your objectives, if it's on the objectives, unfortunately we don't, it will tick it off. So that's good. That's also good to know whether if the ghost comes into the room or not. And that's basically what that does. That is not the best item, it's not the worst. So that's one of the extra items. Okay, moving on to another item, we've got the headgear, which the higher the tier, obviously, the better the stuff are going to be. But the tier 1 of the headgear basically just is basically a light, I believe. So if you're in the house and someone's on the camera in here, then they can check on the camera to see if it's orbs. That's basically what that is used for. There is no other thing to describe that. Right, parabolic mic. We'll take in a crucifix, and we'll take in a sound sensor. Now, a sound sensor is good for this, obviously, to track where if the ghost is making noise. So what I'm going to do is I'll place it down. We'll come back out, and I'll show you what it does. Okay. So with this, just place this down. We'll place the crucifix down. So what the crucifix does, if you place the crucifix down holding your second interaction, you can see around me, you can see just in front, there's that radius. It's basically a radius of how much it blocks from the ghost. And I don't know why I always like to put it under the ghost, but I do. So that will prevent, if it's tier 3, fun fact, it can prevent a cursed hunt. A tier 1 unfortunately can't. So the tier 1 is basically useless. Now with, have you turned that light off? Here you have. Leave that light on. You have no authority to touch that light. Now with the parabolic mic, obviously your sound becomes worse. See? Right, okay. So obviously if you listen, now this parabolic mic is one, it could be an objective that you get in your game. 2, this is very crucial to hear a Banshee scream. So as you just saw, that motion sensor literally just opened. So that obviously means that the ghost has just travelled from either out or inwards towards us. Now if you listen to the parabolic mic, it will sometimes give you some random sounds or some noises. If it gives you a scream, then you can instantly go to your ghost evidence and you can put a Banshee, because it is a good way to tell if it's a Banshee, because it will scream. If not, then it will just make some sound effects. Come on, ghost, give us something. I think it's because we're in a ghost room. Come on, hit us with that. Hit us with it. You know what we might have to do? Might have to go into this side. But as you can hear, look, turn it off. You hear the sound really well in the background. Turn it on. It's all coming from basically the parabolic microphone. It's not really saying anything, is it? So unfortunately, we're kind of getting nothing here. There you go. There you go. A Banshee scream, I believe, is a 1 in 4 chance to get. I don't think it's going to give it to you straight away, but that's what a parabolic mic does. It's good for hearing sound, it's good for an objective, and it's also good to rule out a Banshee. Now this video is going to be a lot easier to explain than the first one. Apologies for that being so long. Moving on, we're going to bring in a UV, because UV, we need to bring in a UV for the soul. We can, yeah, see, look, sound sensor. The sound sensor radius is right there, and it's picked up noise coming from the living room. So it means the ghost is being very active. What we're going to do is we're going to bring in another crucifix just in case it tries to hunt, and I can explain the other items on there. So obviously the photo camera, you might get the picture like I have, get the picture of a ghost. That's an objective to get. It keeps touching everything. Right, now, salt. Now this is one thing I want to make pretty clear. So, do not put salt in this triangular pattern here, because the ghost's path is always up, straight down, and that way. So if you put the salt there or anywhere inside this bit, it will not step in it. So put the salt in the ghost room. I'm going to put one there and one there. Now, salt obviously gives you quick pictures. So if I pick up the camera, this photo camera gives you extra money. So make sure you've taken pictures. Do not take pictures of the evidence given because it won't give you any money. Take pictures of ghost interactions, ghost handprints, footprints, all that type of stuff. But don't take pictures of the evidence. For instance, let's just say it's freezing temperature. Yes, it's freezing temperature. Don't take a picture of it because this is what happens. Doesn't show anything because it's not an evidence. It's an evidence, but it's not what the game's asking you. But for instance, let's just say it is fingerprints. I don't think it is. No, it is unfortunately not. If you take a picture, it's... Oh, that's not the door it's touched. Is it that door? That was not that door. Okay, so it must be touching a different door. This is bad examples from me here, but it's all right. With that, let's just go and get another salt and try making it walk into the salt. If it does not walk into a salt, fun fact, then it is a wraith. A wraith will avoid salt at all costs, so it won't step in the salt. Good fun fact for you. So if it never steps in the salt and it's in that room still, you know for a fact it is indeed a wraith. Another way to tell if it's a wraith, obviously I'm not going to go into too detail, is if it's 1 minute in a room and then the next minute it's in another room. That could be another sign of a wraith. Nah, there's no way you're avoiding all four of them salts. What door are you touching? It must be, you can't be touching any of these doors. Unless you are touching a door up here, but you're just not. It could be touching a door up here. Oh, there you go. It's stepped through the salt. So quickly pick up your camera, because there's no footprints, unfortunately. Take a picture of the salt. Take a picture, and obviously that's another 2 easy pictures. Disturb salt. Obviously, if there's footprints, you take a picture. It'll give you the footprints, and that is a quick way to gain money. So we now know it's not a wraith. Obviously, we're not going for evidence. We might end it off just going for the evidence for the memes. We'll try going for a hunt as well. But yeah, next thing's next. Now, we're gonna use. What should we show you next? We've done quite a lot already because there's not much to go into depth with most of these items anyway. Let's go for a sanity pill. So these are sanity pills. As you can see, as you know, you go from 100% all the way down. We're at 89% sanity. Let's just say you use the curse business like I showed in the second video. Your percentage goes down a little. Take a pill. Depending on the difficulty, you gain more. Take a pill. Your sanity will instantly go back up. It won't go up 100%. So it goes up by 35%. And that's a quick way to get your sanity back up so the ghost will not hunt. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to show you. I'm going to save the smudge sticks for last because then I can get a hunt and I can show you like what it's useful for and stuff like that. So next is candles. Basically what you do is you light a candle and the ghost will blight out. It's a good way to test if it's an Onryo because an Onryo will burn 3 candles I believe, then try to hunt. It's also an objective to get a ghost to blight out firelight. It is called firelight, but I like to call it a candle. That's basically what that is basically used for. There's not much really to explain for some of these items, so this video might be a bit quick. But these two are the most crucial things. Always take both at the same time. Never just take a smudge stick and never just take a lighter. And you'll know why when I get around to talking about it. They're the longest things to probably explain. So we'll come back to that, I promise. Right, going on to another item. So we have mentioned quite a lot of these already. We've mentioned everything basically now, apart from the tripod. Now a tripod is good. What you want to do is you want to drop the tripod, pick up a camera, tripod and camera. And what this basically does is, this is the only thing it's used for, literally, is to place it down, let's just turn off the light. To place it down, go to the van. Then go to the van. Obviously, you know now to do this, and it's basically showing you. And then, so if you're in the right room, it will show you orbs. If not, there's no orbs, and that's basically what it does. It just holds the camera for you. It's good if you want a sturdy location and like a clear view, or you just place it on objects. Like I would have placed it, instead of putting it on the tripod, I would have placed it on the kitchen table facing towards the door, towards us. So yeah, that's basically everything, every item, apart from a smudge stick and a lighter. Obviously you need a lighter to, I'll talk about the lighter quickly. Obviously you need a lighter to smudge, because I'm pressing the interaction key and it's not burning, it's not lighting, because you must have a smudge stick. Obviously I want to try getting a hunt. And the best way to get a hunt, as we know, to use the board. Oh, so it's blown out the candle. So if it's blown out the candle, then you know you've done that objective. Oh, pick up the bone, because that gives you more XP. We're going to bring this upstairs, but we're not going to use it. We're not going to use it yet. Hopefully today the board will work. As you know from the other video, it was not working. I think that's because my audio was a bit bugged, and apologies for that sincerely. Right. First things first, let's see if we can get what ghost this is, because obviously I don't want to be guessing, but I don't also want to not know what the ghost is. Oh, see, we know there's orbs. We can see the orbs. So this is actually now a living room. This is actually a living room ghost, but because this is all, oh, so we know it's freezing temperature and we know it's ghost orb. Revenant, Ure, Huntu, and Onryo. Ooh, okay, that's actually going to be an interesting ghost. Hunt. So a Revenant will be faster when it sees you. A Hunter will be fast leaving its room. Onryo, I don't think it's going to be an Onryo personally, but it most likely will. It could be. I always say that and then it ends up being a Hunter. But the best way to test if it's Onryo is to put a load of lights down, and then it will try hunting after blowing it out so much. Oh, can you not do that anymore? No, you can't. Okay. Where is the bone? Where is the bone? Oh, don't be doing this again. Goodbye. Oh, it always does this. I don't know why. Every single time I do a recording, this just doesn't want to work properly. I don't get why it's doing it. It worked earlier. See, it says I've got no audio, but I do. It's just it just bugged, so that means I have to restart the game. But it's fine, we do not need to use the Luigi board, really, do we? Where are you? Goodbye. Oh, it's because we picked up the bone. I think it's because we already picked up the bone, so it couldn't actually give us the bone location. Right now, we are 50% sanity, because as you know from the cursed possession video, you asked where are you, or where is the bone, it drains your percentage of sanity by 50%. So now, this is going to be, oh, it's hunting. No, it's not. See, that one was my fault. I thought that was a hunt. But now that's just drained my sanity by another 10% because the ghost touched me during an event, which I also mentioned. So we should be around 40% right now. And we will double check that when we get to the thingy. So now we know it's a Revenant, Ure, Huntu, on Rio. I could sit here and take the picture of the ghost, but I'm not going to do that because I'm just trying to show you what a smudge stick does. So what a smudge stick does, now, I just used a smudge stick. So what a smudge stick does, the higher the smudge stick, the better. It will repel the ghost during a hunt for a period of time. A spirit 3 minutes, a demon I think it's 45 seconds or 30 seconds, I'm not 100% sure with a demon, and the rest of them are basically a minute and a half. What was I doing? Another thing about the smudge sticks is what was I doing? Yeah, another thing about the smudge stick, if you smudge the ghost, it, depending on the difficulty, it repels it. Oh, fuck off, turning off this light. Can you stop turning off the light and stop doing ghost defense, please? I know it can't hunt me yet because I accidentally used a smudge stick. I've got 4 more lights. So now we're just going to have to sit here and wait until it actually hunts. It will try hunting, or it might do us a favour. Alright, now, ghost, respectfully, fuck off. You're pissing me off now. You're actually pissing me off. See, it's going to repel the ghost. It's hunting us. It hunted us from this room. See what I mean? Very short hunt times. Right, so that weren't a fast ghost even when it saw us, so it's not a revenant and it weren't fast. It's an Onryo or Yurei. I think I might try get one more hunt. Actually, I don't know if that's worth it. Didn't even try using a crucifix. It's an Onryo. It's an Onryo. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it might be an Onryo. Unless that wasn't a hunt, but yeah, no, it was a hunt because it was flashing the lights and it was coming towards me. Yeah, it was. Now, the only reason I'm saying it's an Onryo is because it blew out loads of candles. Yeah, see, look, I said it was 13%. Yeah, it was a hunt. The only reason I'm saying it's a Onryo because it blew out candles instead of using a crucifix. It might be wrong, but it could be a mimic, to be honest. But I went for a Yurei. But that is basically all the evidence, all the extra items and what they do. Oh, it's a Yurei. I strongly suggest you always take in a photo camera to get more money. Salt, sanity pills, because it's salt if it's like a ghost in the garage. No, not garage. Basement. It doesn't really touch much. The only things it can really touch is the breaker and the light. That's basically the only things they touch. Take in incense and an igniter, which is a lighter, because then you can ghost. And I've taken one of every other stuff purely of the fact then you can get objectives done and stuff like that. Thank you for watching this guide. I know this one's a lot quicker than the others because there's not much to really explain. But I thank you for watching and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, goodbye.